Terry Ellis, Oleksandr.
I got plenty of them wrong, but that one I felt very strongly about, just like the first time. Usyk knows how to win. He'll find a way to win. He'll find a way to win. And I thought Tyson would be better, and he was better.
From fighting Fury twice, winning Fury twice, winning Joshua twice, it's hard to argue. I mean, he's the undisputed, right? So it's hard to argue anything from him.
Boxing pros have explained why Oleksandr Usyk is going to remain undefeated in his career. Usyk has achieved feats that elude most heavyweights of his generation. He truly belongs among the greatest heavyweight champions in history. Oleksandr Usyk's name is now synonymous with technical brilliance, unyielding stamina, and unmatched discipline. As of January 2025, Usyk remains undefeated in his professional career, holding an immaculate record of 23 wins, with several victories against the most formidable opponents in the heavyweight division, including Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. His journey from cruiserweight champion to dominating the heavyweight ranks has sparked debates among boxing analysts and professionals who predict his continued invincibility. At the core of Usyk's success is his exceptional technical ability, which sets him apart from his contemporaries. Known for his precision, footwork, and timing, Usyk is often referred to as a chess player in the ring. He combines elite movement with a unique ability to control the pace of the fight. This was most evident in his rematch with Tyson Fury, where Usyk adapted his approach after analyzing Fury's aggressive tactics, leading to a decisive victory.
Where does he rank, man, amongst the greats? Because he's definitely cemented his name.
There is Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time. And after that, in every era was a true champion. Oleksandr is in this era champion, and he stands right there, up there.
Vladimir, have you got itchy knuckles after that? Do you?
Unlike many heavyweights who rely on brute strength, Usyk's agility allows him to create angles, evade punches, and position himself for counterattacks. His lateral movement makes him an elusive target. Usyk's combinations are executed with precision, targeting both the head and body, which breaks down his opponents over time. Boxing is as much about endurance as it is about power, and Usyk's gas tank is virtually unmatched. He has consistently demonstrated the ability to sustain a high work rate for all 12 rounds, something that has left many of his opponents gasping for air. Moreover, Usyk's superior conditioning enables him to close fights strong, often dictating the tempo in the championship rounds. This was particularly apparent in his first fight against Anthony Joshua, where he controlled the latter half of the bout to secure a unanimous decision. This unparalleled stamina allows him to apply consistent pressure on his opponents, forcing them into mistakes as the fight progresses. One of Usyk's defining attributes is his ability to adjust mid-fight. Whether facing a pressure fighter or a counterpuncher, Usyk is a master at identifying patterns and exploiting weaknesses. Against Tyson Fury, Usyk displayed an ability to read Fury's feints and nullify his jab, which is usually one of Fury's greatest weapons. This level of adaptability makes Usyk an unpredictable and highly effective opponent. Usyk's defense is often underrated. He employs subtle head movements and changes in guard to mitigate damage while maintaining his offensive output. Moreover, the psychological aspect of boxing cannot be overstated, and Usyk's mental game is as strong as his physical one. He is renowned for his calm demeanor, both in and out of the ring. This focus enables him to execute his game plan with precision, even under immense pressure.
He was better. Give him credit for that, because he kind of fought the game plan that I kind of suggested that he should, instead of just moving around the ring and letting Usyk boil him down with the pressure like he did the first time. He set himself. He used the wingspan. He set himself where he made Usyk earn his way in. He wasn't getting pushed all over the ring, and that's what wears you down. And Fury, to his credit, he did a much better job. But Usyk does what he does.
Usyk's confidence is rooted in his preparation and belief in his skills. He enters each fight with an air of invincibility, unnerving his opponents before the first punch is thrown. Despite the high stakes of his fights, Usyk rarely shows signs of frustration or deviation from his strategy, a trait that has been key to his success. Prominent boxing analysts and former champions have shared their views on why Usyk is likely to maintain his undefeated record. Eddie Hearn has described Usyk as one of the most disciplined fighters in the sport, emphasizing his adaptability and intelligence in the ring. He believes that very few heavyweights possess the skills needed to challenge Usyk effectively. Even Tyson Fury, who is known for his confidence, has acknowledged that defeating Usyk requires total concentration and a tailored game plan. Fury himself fell short twice, as Usyk exploited his momentary lapses in focus. While Usyk's dominance is clear, the heavyweight division remains unpredictable. Some potential threats are there. For instance, there is Deontay Wilder. Known for his devastating knockout power, Wilder could pose a significant challenge if he connects cleanly. Then there is Anthony Joshua. A third fight with Joshua could present new challenges, particularly if Joshua adopts a more aggressive approach. The emergence of new talents in the heavyweight division could eventually test Usyk's reign. To remain undefeated, Usyk relies on a combination of elements that few fighters can match. His rigorous training ensures peak conditioning. Usyk's ability to remain composed under pressure gives him an advantage over emotionally reactive opponents. His adaptability allows him to counter any style. Oleksandr Usyk's journey from Olympic gold medalist to undefeated professional champion is a testament to his unparalleled skills and relentless work ethic. He is cementing his legacy as one of the greatest fighters of this generation. Boxing enthusiasts and experts alike are left wondering who, if anyone, can stop this unstoppable force. However, there are some who have opposite views. Recently, former WBO welterweight champion Tim Bradley openly dismissed the notion of the undefeated Ukrainian earning all-time great status. Bradley said, "All this all-time great shit that's going on. Are you kidding me? Look, recency bias. Just because he beat two best heavyweights of this era does not make him an all-time great." This followed Usyk's 2 consecutive victories over Tyson Fury. Usyk became the first heavyweight champion to be unchallenged since Lennox Lewis in 1999, earlier in May. Back in December, he squared off in a rematch against Fury to defend his title. Add to that his 2 victories over former unified heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua. Coupled with Usyk's past reign as the undisputed king of the cruiserweight division, these accomplishments should firmly cement his place among the all-time greats in heavyweight boxing. Since it hadn't been acknowledged elsewhere, YouTuber Showbiz the Adult took it upon himself to spotlight the significance of Usyk's accomplishment in boxing. "I'm not going to say he's the top 15 heavyweight of all time yet," Showbiz remarked. However, he elaborated that if Usyk had competed during the 1920s, 1930s, or 1940s, a period when many fighters from his personal top 10 list thrived, Usyk would undoubtedly have been a towering figure in the sport. Showbiz added, "If we heard back then about a heavyweight who came up in weight, he moves up, fights a 6 feet 6 inches, knockout artist Anthony Joshua, and beats him twice, then follows up and fights a 6 feet 9 inches all-time great heavyweight Tyson Fury, and beat him twice. I think we'll be saying some shit, especially if the guy that he beat who was a knockout artist was younger than him." However, what is Oleksandr Usyk's self-ranking? Before his monumental victory over Tyson Fury on December 21st, Oleksandr Usyk, known as the Cat, made headlines with a surprising display of humility.
The 5 best boxers world now. First, Terence Crawford. Second, Saul Alvarez, Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, Inoue.
In an interview with DAZN, he ranked himself 17th on the pound-for-pound best boxers list. This self-effacing response stood in stark contrast to his global reputation as one of boxing's elite, a status solidified by his triumph over Fury to claim the title of undisputed heavyweight champion. "Perhaps I'm number 17, Usyk remarked when questioned about his personal ranking. Rather than placing himself at the top, he hailed Terence Crawford, the accomplished 4-weight world champion, as his number 1, describing him as a phenomenal fighter. Crawford, who recently claimed the WBA title at 154 pounds and triumphed over Errol Spence Jr. to secure undisputed status at 147 pounds, has firmly cemented his position at the summit of numerous expert lists. Oleksandr Usyk, despite achieving feats unmatched in the heavyweight division, appears to be underappreciated by the boxing world when discussions arise about the greatest heavyweights of all time. In time, as the dust clears and the world moves forward, Tyson Fury finds himself reflecting on his storied boxing career. He must grapple with the reality of a second straight loss to Oleksandr Usyk. The British heavyweight may undertake a deep introspection, assessing his place in a rivalry that reshaped the landscape of heavyweight boxing. Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk pushed each other to their limits in a thrilling 24-round showdown in Riyadh. Their earlier clash in May set the stage for this electrifying rematch, cementing their rivalry in boxing history. Tyson Fury's quest to redeem his sole professional defeat culminated in crushing disappointment as he once more fell to Oleksandr Usyk, by unanimous decision in a high-stakes heavyweight clash in Riyadh. In yet another clash between the sharply dressed rivals, Usyk successfully defended his WBC, WBA, and WBO titles, securing a unanimous victory with a 116-112 score on all three judges' cards. Meanwhile, a frustrated Fury stormed out, unable to hide his disappointment. Fury claims to have won their second bout, but the judges saw it differently, giving Usyk a unanimous decision victory. His Excellency Turki Alalshik, the head of Saudi boxing, has finally spoken out about the occurrence in Riyadh. A few days after it happened, "I needed time to realize what happened last night, and I will speak from my heart as a fan, not as a person from Riyadh season team," Alalshik began to explain in his statement posted on X account. He said in an X post, "In the fight between Usyk and Tyson, I counted that Usyk had 4 rounds more. That doesn't mean Tyson was performing badly. No, he gave us everything. But let's be honest, Usyk is one of the greatest boxers of this generation, and he's proved it with big names." Dubois called out Usyk immediately following the bout, despite being forced to leave it 5 weeks after winning the title of undisputed champion. However, Usyk and the world must take stock of his amazing accomplishments before he fights once more. An Olympic gold medalist and an undisputed champion at both cruiserweight and heavyweight, Usyk has triumphed over the elite of each division he's entered. With no more challenges left to face, he has firmly established himself as a true generational talent. As the year concluded, Usyk has even more reasons to celebrate. His accomplishments now extend beyond the ring. In addition to his athletic prowess, Usyk has earned accolades for his sharp business sense. Forbes Ukraine recently celebrated the champion with a prestigious cover feature, recognizing him not just as a boxer, but as a dynamic entrepreneur. This honor, part of the magazine's year-end edition, highlights Usyk's expanding business empire. Let's dive into what Forbes has to share. A few days ago, Forbes Ukraine took to its official Instagram to share a striking image of the 37-year-old gracing the cover of its latest issue, boldly highlighting his impact both inside and outside the boxing ring. The caption read, "One magazine, 2 symbols of success." On one of the covers of the new issue of Forbes Ukraine, Oleksandr Usyk is the heavyweight champion of the world, who recently defeated Tyson Fury in their second confrontation. In an interview with the champion, Forbes journalists tried not only to look at Usyk as a great athlete, but also to see him as a business project that unites over 100 people and generates tens of millions of dollars in revenue. The magazine's print edition is priced at $350 UAH. In this feature, Forbes journalists delve into how Usyk has transformed his boxing career into a dynamic business empire. By employing over 100 people, from managers to media experts and sponsors, he has built an extensive operation that not only bolsters his boxing achievements, but also fuels the expansion of his financial success, generating millions in revenue. This savvy business approach has elevated Usyk from a world champion to a powerful global brand. The Ukrainian's influence now spans across marketing, merchandise, and lucrative sponsorships, all fueling his impressive financial growth. Backed by a team of experts, the cat is making calculated moves that will solidify his legacy far beyond the ring. Although Usyk has firmly established himself at the pinnacle of boxing, numerous challenges lie ahead. Among them is British contender Daniel Dubois, who has boldly stated his intention to take on Usyk in 2025. A promising force in the heavyweight division, Dubois is determined to dethrone the Ukrainian champion and prove his own place among the elite of the sport. For those unfamiliar, Dubois is a well-known figure, having captured attention in the boxing world with his fierce knockout abilities and confident remarks. The Dynamite was riding high on a 4-fight winning streak until he faced Oleksandr Usyk in August of the previous year. The two squared off for the IBF, IBO, and WBO heavyweight titles, but Dubois suffered a 9th-round knockout loss and is now eager for a chance to avenge the defeat in a rematch. A surprising turn of events. The 27-year-old is set to face WBO interim heavyweight champion Joseph Parker on February 22, 2025 in Riyadh, with the IBF World Heavyweight Championship on the line. However, only if Dubois triumphs over the Auckland native will he earn the chance for a rematch with the undefeated Usyk. As Usyk's legacy continues to expand, the possibility of him defending his titles against rising contenders such as Dubois only heightens the excitement surrounding the heavyweight division. For the moment, however, the cat is still basking in the glory of his recent triumph over Tyson Fury.
I very respect this guy because I think it's very tough my opponent. Tyson Fury make me strong. Tyson Fury continue. They're not like motivated for me, but Tyson is a great opponent. It's a big man. It's a tough boxer. It's a good man. Tyson a lot of talk to me. Yeah, it just show. I very respect Tyson Fury. 24 rounds. Listen, now it's already history.
With the battle taking place between those bells and beyond those ropes, it seems like everything in boxing is debatable. However, this much cannot be disputed. As of early this year, Oleksandr Usyk held the title of undisputed heavyweight champion. Though he has since vacated the IBF belt, Usyk still stands as the dominant force in the heavyweight division. There's no doubt that over the past decade, he has proven himself to be the best heavyweight in the world. When you talk about his historical status after 2015, and especially after 2004, the usual water cooler discussions start to turn sour. Boxing expert David P. Greisman is talking about this debate. He said, "I'm not here to resolve that debate, nor to suppress it. After all, debate is an essential and enjoyable part of being a sports fan. However, I've never been particularly captivated by historical comparisons or hypothetical matchups. I'll leave that to those who have the passion for it, and especially to those who bring both the passion and the intellect. It's only natural to witness someone achieve greatness and then question where they stand in comparison to other legends. What has stirred controversy, however, is how this conversation has overshadowed, and in some cases undermined, the remarkable feats Usyk has achieved through his 23 victories over 11 years as a professional boxer. Amid the ongoing conflict in his home country of Ukraine, Usyk managed to come as close as circumstances allowed for his victory celebration, defending his title against Daniel Dubois in neighboring Poland in August 2023. In boxing, it feels like every detail is open to interpretation, and the fight with Dubois is a perfect example. Even now, some insist the punch that dropped Usyk in the 5th round was a low blow, while others counter with equal certainty, pointing to replays and still images that suggest it was a clean shot. The referee, however, called it low. Some critics argue that Dubois was denied a fair chance and that Usyk's victory should come with an asterisk. Greisman doesn't share that view. It's entirely possible that Usyk could have recovered and continued had the referee not ruled the blow an accidental foul. However, there's also a chance that he might not have. Even if Usyk had beaten the count, he would not have had the nearly 4 minutes of recovery time, first on the canvas and then on his feet, before the fight resumed. In the end, Usyk still secured the win with a 9th-round knockout. This set the stage for Usyk's 2024, where his battles with WBC champion Fury took center stage. The Fury era kicked off in November 2015 with a decisive, though lackluster victory over Wladimir Klitschko in Dusseldorf, Germany. However, it was interrupted by the nearly 3-year hiatus that followed, during which Fury battled mental health struggles, addiction, and weight gain, while also facing the fallout from a failed drug test prior to his bout with Klitschko. Fury attributed the positive result for nandrolone, a performance-enhancing substance, to consuming meat from an uncastrated boar. Regardless of whether you believe Fury's lineal title remained intact or was relinquished, 2 other figures emerged as key contenders during his hiatus. Deontay Wilder, who claimed the WBC title in January 2015, a full 10 months before Klitschko Fury, and Anthony Joshua, who secured the IBF title in April 2016. Roughly 4.5 months following that historic bout, Fury made his comeback in June 2018, stepping back into the ring after a 2-fight, 6-month stretch. In his next bout, disaster almost struck. He was dropped in the 12th round with a devastating blow that left him seemingly out cold. Yet against all odds, he rose from the canvas just before the referee's count hit its limit. With determination, he fought back fiercely, earning a draw by the end of the fight. It wasn't until February 2020 that Fury and Wilder faced off again, and that's when the Fury era truly ignited, with Fury delivering a shocking 7th-round technical knockout. During this period, Joshua's journey took him from the heights of a dominant champion, having outclassed Joseph Parker and stopped Alexander Povetkin, to an unexpected downfall, as Andy Ruiz stunned him with a 7th-round stoppage. However, he rebounded as a more cautious winner, edging past Ruiz in their rematch with a tactical, defensive approach. In the process, he reclaimed the IBF, WBA, and WBO titles that had defined his reign. In 2021, Fury and Joshua had set their sights on a blockbuster showdown. However, Wilder intervened, justifiably seeking an arbitrator to uphold his contractual claim for one final bout with Fury. This set the stage for the unforgettable third Fury-Wilder showdown, featuring 5 knockdowns and culminating in Fury's victory via an 11th round knockout. It also paved the way for Joshua's bout with Usyk, a match that ended in defeat for Joshua. Here's the context for what follows. If we consider Fury, Joshua, and Wilder as the top 3 heavyweights of recent years, then Usyk stands out by having defeated Joshua twice and Fury twice, with Fury himself having bested Wilder on 2 occasions. The fourth of those elite heavyweights is Usyk. And first, the quality of this heavyweight era has been criticized by certain doubters. The author and historian Rold is not in agreement. I think the years since Fury Lad will be recalled as the best era at heavyweight since Lennox Lewis retired, and maybe the 3rd best historically. Not too shabby, Rold said. It's easy, yet misguided, to evaluate a fighter purely by their own record and the records of those they've faced. One might point to Usyk's top victories against Fury and Joshua, but then you could turn the lens to Fury, whose prime triumphs came over Deontay Wilder. In turn, Wilder's most significant wins were against Luis Ortiz, a fighter who, despite his skill, hasn't secured victories over elite heavyweights. The truth is rarely straightforward. When evaluating a boxer's skill, we encounter 3 different dimensions: their performance on paper, the public's perception, and the tangible evidence of their abilities. Occasionally, these aspects align seamlessly. However, more often than not, we are left to piece together a complex portrait shaped by these distinct factors. Fury, Joshua, and Wilder have each, at various points, set themselves apart from the rest of the heavyweight division. They all have their weaknesses, just like most boxers do, but their peak performances show what they're truly capable of. Wilder's best version was only ever bested by Fury. Fury, on the other hand, has often adjusted his approach depending on his level of motivation. But when he's at his finest, there's no doubt he's the top dog, until he faced Usyk. Joshua has been inconsistent, his form fluctuating, but Usyk still deserves recognition for defeating the rebuilt version of him. Nobody has accomplished what Usyk has in this day and age.
For so long, the perception was the trilogy, the trio of Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, and Tyson Fury. And I think Oleksandr Usyk is now a new decor that people have to integrate that in their mind.
Oleksandr Usyk stands as the undeniable standout of this era's heavyweight division, a legendary cruiserweight in his own right, and one of the finest fighters in the world across all weight classes today. This will remain irrefutable, regardless of his ranking among the all-time greatest heavyweights. So, that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos.